Hello and welcome to Mathematical Literacy. I am Brainstorm Betty, and in this video we will discuss elapsed time. Now, when working with elapsed time, we need to note down each unit separately. When calculating elapsed time, we always start subtracting with the smallest units as with normal subtraction. Remember, when we are borrowing from the next larger unit, we need to take the conversion factor into account. This means that if we're borrowing an hour, for example, an hour is 60 minutes. Always subtract the time given first from the time given second. So, if the question says, how much time elapsed between 7:30 a.m. and 3:30 p.m., we need to take into account morning and afternoon, and we need to take into account whether it's on the same day. Now, this was on the same day. There are two ways in which we can do this. We can do this as in the column subtraction method, which I will be doing first, and then also a sort of more worded matter of showing our work. You need to show your work. Doesn't matter which method you choose. You need to show how you got to your answer. So, column method. So we are going to subtract from 3:30 in the afternoon. Now 3:30 p.m., that would mean that this 3 plus 12 gives us 15. So 15:30 minus 7:30. I don't know why my pen is not working very nicely today. So 0 minus 0, 0. 3 minus 3, 0. So we can do that. 30 minus 30 we can do. This is where we would need to worry. 5 minus 7 we cannot. So we can borrow that from this unit here. That is a 10 for the hours. So we can borrow that. So 15 minus 7 leaves us with 8. And therefore 8 hours have elapsed. The other method that we can use, and we again start at the minutes, is 30 minutes minus 30 minutes leaves us with 0 minutes. Fine. 3 p.m. is 15 hours minus 7 a.m., which is 7 hours. 15 minus 7, 8 hours. So here is our answer for this question: 0 minutes, 8 hours. And so therefore 8 hours have elapsed. Two methods, same calculations, same answer. Okay. Number 2, how much time elapsed between 11:38 and 16:05? So that means that this is already in the 24-hour format. This is in the afternoon. This is in the morning. So column format. 16:05 minus 11:38. 5 minus 38. We already know that we won't be able to do that. So we need to go and borrow. We are going to borrow across this. So if we borrow 1 hour, that leaves us 15 hours. But 1 hour is 60 minutes. So 5 minutes plus 60 minutes gives us 65 minutes. 5 minus 8, we cannot. We borrow there, leaves us with 50 there, 10 there. 15 minus 8 leaves us 7. 5 minus 3, 2. And our indicator of separating the minutes and the hours stays. 5 minus 1 is 4. 1 minus 1 is 0. So therefore 4 hours and 27 minutes have passed or have elapsed. In our more worded format, we still start at the minutes. So we say 5 minutes and we subtract our 38 minutes. Now this we can't do. So we can't do that. And that means we borrow 1 hour, which is 60 minutes. So we have the 60 plus 5, and that gives us our 65. 65 minus 38, and that leaves us with 27 minutes. Then we can do the hours. So we have now borrowed an hour from the 16. That means that it has become 15 hours minus 11 hours. And we have left over there 4 hours. That is part of our answer, and that is part of our answer. Therefore, 4 hours and 27 minutes have elapsed. Number 3, how much time elapsed between Tuesday 17:32 and Saturday 9:53? Okay, so in our column method, we can have Saturday oh 9:53, and then we will have Tuesday 17:32. 53 minus 32, I will be able to do that. I don't need to worry about borrowing. 3 minus 2 leaves us with 1. 5 minus 3 leaves us with 2. 9 minus 17, I can't do that. So we will need to borrow a day. So if we borrow a day, the Saturday becomes Friday. And now we need to remember that a day is 24 hours. So 24 and 9 gives us 33. So 3 minus 7, we cannot. We will need to go and borrow further. 13 minus 7, we can do that. That gives us 6. 2 minus 1 leaves us 1. Friday minus Tuesday. Now, in order to make that a bit easier, Friday could be seen as the 5th day of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Tuesday would be the 2nd. So it is 5 minus 2, leaving us with 3 days. So, therefore, 3 days, 16 hours, and 21 minutes have passed. A more worded method, starting again at the minutes. So 53 minutes, subtract our 32 minutes, and we are left with 21 minutes. So that is part of our answer. Next are hours. 9 hours minus 17 hours. And now we run into our same problem as previous. We can't. So we borrow 1 day. So that means that we are borrowing 24 hours plus that 9 hours that we have. And that gives us 33 hours. Also remember that Saturday is now Friday. So now we have 33 hours minus 17 hours, and that gives us 16 hours. Lastly, our days: Friday, which is the 5th day of the week, minus Tuesday, which is the 2nd day of the week, gives us 3 days. Therefore, 3 days, 16 hours, and 21 minutes have passed. How much time elapsed from 17:34:56 to 54:24:35? Now we assume that these are hours, minutes, and seconds. In our column method, 54, 24, 35. We subtract from that 17, 34, 56. Right, so as we said, 35 minus 56, we can't do that. We go and borrow. So we are left there with 23 hours. 1 hour is 60 minutes. So 60 plus 35 gives us 95. 5 minus 1, we cannot, so we borrow. We are left with an 8. So 15 minus 6. 15 minus 6 is 9. 8 minus 5 is 3. 23 minus 34, we cannot do that. So we go and borrow. We are left with 53 there. Apologies, I was wrong here. It's seconds, but 1 minute is in any case 60 seconds. So we have borrowed 1 hour, which is 60 minutes, which means that it is now, instead of 23 plus 60, means that we have 83. So we have 83 minutes minus 34 minutes. 3 minus 4, we can't. We would need to go and borrow 1. Now this is within our minutes, so that would be a 7, and that would be a 13. 13 minus 4 leaves us 9. 7 minus 3 leaves us 4. 53 minus 17. 3 minus 7, we can't. We go and borrow 13. 13 minus 7 gives us 6, and 4 minus 1 gives us 3. So therefore, 36 hours, 49 minutes, and 39 seconds have passed. A more worded method, starting with the seconds. 35 seconds, subtract 56 seconds. We cannot do that. And so we borrow 1 minute. That means that we have 35 seconds plus 60 seconds for 95 seconds. The 24 minutes has also now become 23 minutes. So 95 seconds minus 56 seconds gives us 39 seconds. Then our 23 minutes minus our 34 minutes. Again, we can't, so we borrow. We borrow 1 hour. So that means that our 23 minutes plus 60 minutes gives us our 83 minutes. Along with that, our 54 hours have become 53 hours. And I'm trying to save a bit of space now. I did not leave myself enough. So 83 minutes minus 34 minutes equals 49 minutes. Lastly, our 53 hours minus our 17 hours equals to 36 hours. And therefore, 36 hours, 49 minutes, and 39 seconds have passed. Number 5. How much time elapsed from January 27th, 9:32 in the morning, to February 3rd, 8:13 in the morning? If we take February 3rd, 8:13, and we subtract January 27th, 9:32. If we start at our minutes, 13 minus 32, we cannot. We will need to borrow, and we'll need to borrow across our separator there. So we borrow an hour, which means that that is now 7 hours. 1 hour is 60 minutes. 60 plus 13 leaves us with 73. 3 minus 2 leaves us with 1. 7 minus 3 leaves us with 4. 7 minus 9, we cannot do that. We will need to go and borrow an entire day. So February 3rd becomes February 2nd. Now that is 24 hours. 24 plus 7 gives us 31. Again, 1 minus 9, we cannot. We borrow. That's a 2. So there's another 1. 11 minus 9 is 2. 2 minus 0 is 2. February 2nd. So January has 31 days in. Okay, so 31, 32, 33. So February 2nd would be the 33rd day of the year. Okay. So January 27th would be the 27th day in the year. 33 minus 27 leaves us 6 days. So therefore, 6 days, 22 hours, and 41 minutes have passed. Our more worded method, starting with our minutes. So it's 13 minutes minus 32 minutes. This can't be done. And so we borrow our 1 hour. So that means that we have the 13 minutes plus 60 minutes. 1 hour equals 60 minutes for 73 minutes with that the 8 hours becomes 7 hours. So 73 minutes, subtract 32 minutes, and we are left with 41 minutes. So then we have our 8 hours, subtract our 9 hours from that. 7 hours, subtract 9 hours from that. We can't. So we borrow 1 day. So we have our 7 hours plus the 24 hours that a day is, and that gives us our 31 hours. That also means that February 3rd is now February 2nd. So 31 hours minus 9 hours is equals to 22 hours. Lastly, the days. February the 2nd, which represents the 33rd day of the year. Subtract January 27th, which represents the 27th day of the year, and we are left with 6 days. Here is where we find our answer. So, therefore, 6 days, 22 hours, and 41 minutes have passed. If you have any further questions, pop them in the comments down below as usual. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye for now.